Hey, hello, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to teach you about Venus in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa chart. So before beginning, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button, and if you have any doubt after watching this video, please do mention that in my below comment section, okay? So let's begin. So what is Navamsa chart or D9 chart? Navamsa chart or D9 chart is the second most important chart after your birth chart. That is, it is mainly seen for your strengthness of your planet, and it is seen for your married life or marital life. How will be your married life and your relationship between you and your spouse, okay? See, it is seen for strengthness of your planet. Let's say, for example, if any planet is debilitated in your birth chart and that planet has been exalted in your Navamsa chart or D9 chart, that means that planet has gained extra strength. Let's say, for example, if Sun is debilitated in the birth chart or D1 chart and that planet Sun has been exalted in the Navamsa chart or D9 chart, that means that planet Sun has gained extra strength, okay? So these kind of things the Navamsa chart or D9 chart is mainly seen for, okay? Navamsa chart or D9 chart is mainly seen for your relationship between your spouse. How will be your relationship? As I told you earlier, that means it will be bad, good, or this kind of relationship it is seen for. So for that you need to check the Venus condition. See, every chart or every divisional chart has its own significator planet or Karaka planet. For example, in the birth chart or D1 chart, Sun is the Karaka planet or significator planet, okay? So like that, so Venus is the Karaka planet or significator planet for Navamsa chart or D9 chart. So if Venus is very well placed, that means you will be having very good married life or you will be having very good relationship between you and your spouse. So what is 12th house? 12th house in D9, coming to the 12th house, okay? So what is 12th house? 12th house in D9 Navamsa chart represents foreign lands, foreign things. It also represents expenses, losses, and it represents bed comforts, bed pleasures, okay? Sexuality to bed. So these kind of things 12th house represent. 12th house even represents spirituality. How will be your spiritual world, spiritual thinking, everything represent 12th house, okay? 12th house even represent your foreign settlements, okay? So how will be a foreign settlement? You're going to settle in a foreign land or not? So these kind of thing 12th house represent. 12th house represent moksha. 12th house represent separation, liberation, okay? Everything, these kind of things 12th house represent. 12th house even represent divorce, okay? So these kind of thing 12th house represents. So when Venus, that is the planet of luxury, enjoyment, entertainment and everything, when it comes to 12th house of D9 Navamsa, that means it is the best placement for Venus to be in the 12th house, because Venus loves to be in the 12th house. It loves to spend in a luxurious way and luxurious things like taking bungalow, purchasing a bungalow and to live in a luxurious way, okay? These kind of things Venus represents. Venus likes to be in the 12th house, okay? Even if it is in birth chart, it is very good for you. If it is deviated, then it is bad. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house represent. The one main problem is that Venus in the 12th house delays marriage for men, okay? If Venus is placed in the 12th house, it delays marriage mainly. That's because 12th house represent loss and everything. When Venus is placed in the 12th house, it represents loss through marriage, because not loss through marriage, sorry, it represents denial of marriage, late marriage. After 30 years of age, you need to get married, because these kind of things 12th house represents. 12th house represents hospitality also. Venus, if it's badly affected in the 12th house, that means you need to be bedridden in the hospital some way or the other. When Venus Mahadasa or Antardasa gets activated, then there will be some problem regarding your health, where you need to be bedridden for some days or some months also. So when Venus in the 12th house represents that even a person or even a spouse loves to spend more in a luxurious way, because 12th house represent Venus represent luxurious things. 12th house represent expenditure, loss, because through Venus sitting in the 12th house, they want to spend in a luxurious way on a luxurious thing, particularly buying a very big house, even big car, okay, like cross together and all. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa represent. Okay, so when Venus is debilitated in the 12th house, that means you will be having very bad married life, okay, and even you can get divorced also. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house, when it is badly afflicted or debilitated, represent. When it is afflicted badly, that brings very bad problems in your married life, okay, or bad relationship with your spouse also. Let's say for example Venus is conjuncted with Rahu, okay, that represents you may get name and fame in foreign lands also, foreign things, you may get very good gains, but your married life will be very bad, because Rahu conjuncted Venus represent many relationships, okay. Even after your marriage, even after your married life, you may be having multiple relationships, okay. It can be with foreigners or anyway there you can having relationships also. So when Venus conjuncted with Ketu, that represents detachment from your spouse, detachment from your relationship, where you are not interested in a materialistic world. So these kind of things Venus and Ketu in the 12th house represent. When Venus conjuncted with Mars, okay, that represents your spouse may be very dynamic, because she may be very physically strong. So these kind of things Venus and Mars represent. So when Venus is conjuncted with Saturn, so she may be very strict, she may be very practical, she may be very following very strict rules and regulations. So these kind of things Venus when conjuncted with Saturn represent. When Venus conjuncted with Sun, she may be very egoistic, she may be very good leader, okay. So these kind of things Venus and Sun represent. So when Venus is conjuncted with benefics like Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, etc. So when Venus conjuncted with Moon, that represent your spouse may be very romantic, your spouse may be very creativity, very artistic. So these kind of things Venus and Moon represent in the 12th house. And even you can do liquid business also, because Moon represent liquid things. So these kind of things, business, import and export business through foreign lands and foreign things represent. So you can do this kind of business also. When Venus conjuncted with Mercury, your spouse may be very practical like Saturn, okay. Even Saturn and Mercury represents logical and even very practical things also. Your spouse may be very practical, very reliable, very logical, okay. When Venus is conjuncted with Mercury in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa. When Venus is conjuncted with Jupiter, your spouse may be very educated, your spouse may be very spiritual. If not educated, she may be knowing very much, she may be having very deep knowledge of particular subject. So these kind of things Venus and Jupiter represent, conjunction represent. She may be even money minded also, so because Jupiter represent finance, money and everything. So these kind of things Venus and Jupiter represent. So when Venus seated alone in 12th house, irrespective of zodiac signs, so that represent that you may get divorced particular time, okay. That's confirmed, because Venus in the 12th house, 12th house is a loss of relationship. When Venus is sitting there, that means loss from relationship also. When Venus Mahadasa or Antardasa is going on, that means you may be fight with your spouse. So these kind of things may happen to you, but if you take any good remedies from a very good astrologer, so these kind of things may prevent. Even if any benefic planet is aspecting Venus, let's say for example Jupiter is aspecting Venus, that means you may not be get divorced, okay. If Venus is heavily afflicted, then there will be some problem regarding with your relationship. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house of D9 Navamsa represents. So when Venus Mahadasa is going on, you may do very good in foreign lands also, because 12th house represents foreign lands, but there will be many losses also, because 12th house also represent loss, expenditure and everything. You may want to spend more and more things after your married life, because through your spouse, okay, influence, you may get very loss also. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house represent. If Venus is exalted in the 12th house in Pisces zodiac sign, that represents that you want to enjoy more and more from luxurious things through foreign lands or foreign things and everything. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house, if you exalted for Aries rising Navamsa, so these kind of things it represents. So when Venus is in other zodiac signs, like friendly zodiac signs, so it gives very good results through foreign lands and foreign things. Even business, you can do import and export business also, and you can even do cosmetic business, entertainment business in the field of entertainment, media and everything. These kind of things Venus, when placed in the friendly signs, represent. When it is in the neutral zodiac signs, that means it gives very average result regarding of foreign things and foreign lands also. So during Venus Mahadasha and Antardasha, you can travel to the foreign lands, and for a normal visit you can see and come. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house represents. So given you may get foreign spouse also, because Venus 12th house represents foreign lands. Venus represents the spouse for a man horoscope, or men in a horoscope, because Venus is the Karaka planet for spouse. Okay, so you may even get foreign spouse possible, or even partnership, foreign partnerships and all, everything. So these kind of things Venus in the 12th house represent. So this is it for today, guys. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button. And if you have any doubt after watching this video, don't forget to mention below in my comment section. So I have my own official website, so I have put a link in my description. If you want any consultancy, please go check out that also. So this is it for today, guys. Thank you, bye bye, love you, take care.